bro.
You know what? Because y'all don't understand, the city has been missing something down here in H-Town, and that's been the Comets. Bring them back. Bun B, get the Trill Burgers ready. Paul Wall, Lil Kiki, Slim Thug, get the anthem ready. Y'all don't understand what Cynthia Cooper, with Cheryl Swoops and Tina Thompson, what they meant to the city, how fired up they had the summertime, how fired up and lit the city was. Let me explain something to you. This right here is just as big as the Rockets, and I'm serious as a heart attack when I sit up here and say this. This city has been wanting this back. We're finally getting it, and the city is gonna be on fire, damn it. The Houston Comets coming back to the H-Town.
Okay, I love it. I can't wait to watch, Perk, for sure. We're about a year or so away. So, all right, let's go coast to coast now and get you caught up on the action from around the league this weekend. We'll stay in Houston. The Rockets recorded their largest win of the season against the Pelicans behind 36 points from Alperen Sengun. Sengun has scored at least 30 in 3 of his last 4 games. What have you liked about his recent play?
The Goonie, he's just mixing it up, man. I think that he's got so much in his bag, but he's letting the game come to him. You're starting to see Sengun sink into, a different vibe, and I think he's actually starting to give us a little bit more effort on defense. Perk, he might have heard you when you was talking a little bit too much.
He had that big block in Minnesota to save the game. They still lost, though, eventually. Speaking of losing, the Bucks fans, look away. Milwaukee's disappointing season got worse this weekend. They were eliminated from playoff contention, snapping their streak of 9 consecutive postseason appearances. Richard, has Giannis played his last game for the Bucks?
We're going to find out. I don't know. I really don't know. I have no idea.
Wait, you're not Shams?
I'm not. Shams knows, y'all. Why are you asking me a Shams question? That's what I'm saying. But this is what I'd say. Regardless, I do believe if you have Giannis, you have a chance. But if Giannis has played his last game, he should have a statue out there when he retires.
I'm with you. And I'm waiting for Shams to tell us because he's going to know before everyone. Yeah. Shifting to Toronto, the Raptors put a Jurassic beatdown on the Magic. They went on a 31-point run between the first and second quarters and ended up winning by 52 points. Perk, how does this happen?
Well, one team understood the assignment, and that was the Toronto Raptors. They're trying to stay out of the play-in tournament. They approach this game like it was the postseason, and they know that once they get you and the energy gets to flowing in that arena, it's hard to be stopped, especially led by Scotty Barnes.
Yes, sir. All right, next we head to Denver. Shorthanded Warriors ran into Joker, Jamal Murray, and the surging Nuggets. Gold State played well from the start. Halfway through the second quarter, Warriors up 7. Porzingis steps into that 3.
He was shooting it,
I ain't gonna lie.
I ain't gonna lie.
Here comes Pajemski from the corner.
I like that. I need that.
But here come the Nuggets rallying.
Here they come. Here they come.
Watch Tim Hardaway Jr. ultimately here wide open.
Layup.
4-point play opportunity.
It's a layup.
Come on, Gee, what you doing?
Now the Joker goes to work.
Oh, well. Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah.
I work on that.
I'm bigger than you.
Yep. 25, 15, and 8 for the Joker. And then watch this play. You've seen this a million times. A little dribble handoff to Jamal Murray. That's the dagger.
Layup. Can't go up.
Weren't they just up 10?
They were.
Bro.
Here's Caitlin Clark on Jokic
There's
after
not
the
many
game.
people that average a triple-double, let alone you're lucky enough to get maybe a couple of those in a season. He's done it all year long in back-to-back years. So it's pretty incredible, and honestly, he's probably my favorite player to watch, and I think he's the best player in the world.
We have the same agent. That's why she said it.
All right, so Denver has won 6 straight overall, 7 straight at home, and they're now only a game back of the Lakers for the 3rd seed in the West. So, Perk, are we sleeping on Denver?
No, we're not sleeping. I mean, the bar is set. They have one of the best players in the world. It's no different than when LeBron was leading the Cavs or earlier in his career when he first got to the Lakers. Like, it's either they're legit title contenders or they're not. And if you're asking me, do I believe this team is going to come out of the Western Conference? No, I don't. I'm not impressed like most over this 6-game win streak because a lot of these teams, majority of these teams, are below 500, games that you're supposed to win. Now, they're finally getting healthy, but I still got concerns about them for us on the defense, on perimeter defensively, and rim protection.
But they can win a championship this year. Last year, they took OKC 2-7. They took OKC. Aaron Gordon did everything he could in that 7th game to keep them like alive. But if you can take OKC to 7. Now, this year, if you go look at their starters, the amount of injuries that Aaron Gordon has missed, Peyton Watson has missed, Jamal Murray, even Jokic missing that stretch. When those boys are healthy and their bench is deeper, right? They added Valanciunas. They have talent on their bench, brought in Bruce Brown. So you add these guys. Now, if they can all get healthy, that's where even the last 10, 12, 5 games going into the postseason is a big deal.
Yeah,
so I believe that this team can win a championship. They are the San Antonio. They got the quiet superstar. He hates it when I do this. They're the quiet superstar, and they just don't get a lot of attention.
Go ahead,
They don't
Shub.
get as much attention.
Again, we're not sleeping on the Denver Nuggets. We're not sleeping on the Denver Nuggets at all. The Denver Nuggets, like Perk said, are not winning this year. And it's okay to say that. Like, it's okay to say that, right?
You're not trying to convince me.
I'm not trying to convince you.
Why you looking at me like
because I just feel like you was being nice about it.
I am being nice about it. I do believe that if you told me this team was in the conference finals or if this team beat OKC or San Antonio in the second round.
Okay, so they're getting a cookie for it.
No, I'm just saying.
Well, look, I think ultimately, if the best player in the world, and we would say he's on Hornets yesterday,
This is ridiculous.
you're going to see a theme here. Early in the first quarter, no Jaylen Brown. Tatum goes to work into the paint.
He's back.
Yep.
He's back.
A little rhythm.
But here comes
A little confidence.
a barrage of threes.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, Lord.
That's one. Hold on. We're not done
You
yet.
get the looking down
Hey,
at the
when you
hands.
start hearing that saxophone
Oh,
play.
Lord.
When you start hearing
Look,
that
you get the-
saxophone
He
play.
start looking. He don't know which hand to do
Yeah,
it
you
with.
left, right?
Oh.
Oh, you notice how you
Oh.
defenders.
You notice how all of them going in the same way.
Uh-huh.
Let's get used to the splash.
Yeah.
Youngest Celtics player to score 14,000. Now in the post, he goes to work on the fadeaway.
That's when you know you're getting it
Yeah.
starting to feel good.
Yeah, look, even
Talking
he's
to the
shaking his head.
crowd.
It's like, oh, yeah, I didn't have that before I left.
Bullies his way into the paint there.
That's what I said. He just has to keep trusting himself, man. I think he's getting that confidence. He's going to get an extra little kick out of his legs coming in postseason. This is going to be good to watch.
A contested three on Bridges. Here's Missoula after the game.
32-5.
You know, he did a good job just getting to the spot that he wanted. Saw a bunch of different coverages tonight. He was able to kind of diagnose those. You know, he played against drop, played against switching, played against the double team. I thought he made the right play when it was necessary. You know, tonight, you know, only 5 rebounds, you know, so we got to get better at that. But I thought he did a great job, you know, on the offensive end, you know, just diagnosing the different coverages and making the play that was necessary.
You gotta love him.
You guys love Joe Missoula.
Oh, yeah, he's like, you know, 32-8. He's like, he had 5 rebounds, so we're going to have to improve on that. Joe, I love you, bro. I love you.
Tatum has been slowly working his way into form after returning from the torn Achilles just 10 months ago. Sunday was his best effort yet, and starting to see him play with that familiar bounce with a season-high 32. And then there was Jaylen Brown tweeting this, 50 wins in a gap year.
Perspective.
Hey.
So that's their 5th straight 50-win season, Perk, including the last 4 under Joe Missoula. So what's the message the Celtics are sending here?
Well, that game right there was the biggest message sent across the league this past weekend, was that, hey, we're here and we're the favorites to win the Eastern Conference. No Derek White, no Jaylen Brown, going against a tough Hornets team on their home floor, and you go in there, not only did JT have that 32-piece wing dinner all flats, but Peyton Pritchard, another champion, he had 25-plus points, and then you hold them to under 99 points, under 100 points. See, here's the thing. The reality is we always praise their offense in the Joe Missoula system, but this is a top 5 defensive team in the NBA with the most championship experience in the Eastern Conference. So when I see them go in there and get a win like they did without 2 of their best defensive players in Jaylen Brown and Derek White, it sends a message to the rest of the league, the strongest message, that we here and we're standing on business. While all the other teams in the East are trying to figure it out, while they're trying to get healthy, no, we're healthy, and our guy Jason Tatum has his legs back, and we ready to go to war.
RJ?
Look, I'm going to go to Joe Missoula, and I'm going to look at all the good, and I'm going to find the 5 rebounds, and I want more. I'm not going to say that the Celtics, as good as the Celtics have been, I'm not going to say a win over a Charlotte team that has no playoff players, that has no guys that have really been through that. fight, I'm not going to say this was a message, especially over the entire weekend. I look at what OKC did with the Knicks coming in again. So I would look at, if we're looking at games that had messages, I appreciate it. The Celtics don't get to beat Charlotte and say, see, we're here right now.
Hold on, RJ. Hold on.
That's why Charlotte is good.
RJ, listen. If the bus go by, I'm standing on the corner and I miss it, just let me know. Because I missed that part where Charlotte is not to be looked at like they're on a hot streak one.
Yes.
They're on a hot streak one. But when you can deal with the guard play of a Charlotte, that's what Perk's talking about, where you say defensively they're not getting enough credit, but they're doing it. I say it's a statement win because the MVP is not there. We don't talk about it enough,
One of the MVP.
I get it. I'm saying they're MVP.
Agreed.
I'm not. I think the MVP was over there dancing on the Knicks. But I didn't like to watch it, but it was happening. You see what I'm saying?
No, but the part that I'm trying to say is this. Charlotte is a very good team. That is not a message statement for the Boston Celtics that have had 5 50-win seasons, won a championship, won a finals. Beating Charlotte is not the we're here. I know you're talking about defensive.
And that's not a barometer, is what you're saying.
That's what I. Thank you. Thank you for interpreting.
Derek
what
White
I'm saying.
and Jaylen Brown.
Yes. Look at
And
what
a recovering.
Yeah. Well,
Jason
He recovering.
He's still recovering. Forget Perk.
Let Perk get in there.
Okay.
You see him back there with the hands on the hips, man. He just got back.
I'm saying it was to me it was the strongest message of the weekend.
Yeah.
That's
was
too
a
good.
good
I agree with you,
statement
Perk.
I
win.
thought OKC's
That's all I
against the
said.
Knicks was the strongest.
God, I wish both of you were in here.
A struggling
Yeah,
Knicks
yeah,
team that haven't
I'm
beat a
used to it at
team
this
over
point.
500
You're not used to
since
it
the
for
month of
Boston?
February.
No.
Perk, can we see you nodding? So go ahead.
Smile.